Do you love the Premier League? Because I know I do. And here at the Footy Culture, we are here to bless you with an exclusive discount from our friends at Fubo TV, where you can stream all the Premier League matches live in 4K. Do you love watching Heung-min Son, Bukayo Saka, Manchester United? All of that is available to stream exclusively here in Canada on Fubo TV. So hit our link in the bio for that exclusive offer. Now let's get into the action.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Footy Culture Podcast. I'm joined today with the usual folks on the bench. Spog, Zinho,
Right bench.
Matthew Zinho. Cleanup crew today. We got the Jesus Boys, Dan and Dave.
Quinto Zinho.
Clean things up. I love this new angle, man. I got to say. Let us know in the comments below how you guys feel about this angle.
Do I look cuter?
Don't answer
This
that.
angle is absolutely phenomenal.
I'm gonna do Hendrik.
Our male audience is gonna answer
Right.
that.
I'm gonna do the Hendrik.
Bro, if you go Hendrik, I go Hendrik, bro. F it, bro. It's
if you
collars
go
pop,
Hendrik,
bro.
I go
Collars
Hendrik.
pop, bro.
Collars pop.
Colors popped only, bro.
Collars up, bro.
Collars
I
up.
don't have a color.
Cause you're a loser.
I have colored greens.
All right, bro.
Speaking of collared greens, right? Manchester United today.
However, that
They
whatever.
need their collard greens.
They needed some collared greens today.
They needed their
Because
vitamins. They needed
I
some
don't know what's
spinach
going
like
on with that
Popeye.
team, but they got absolutely pumped by Crystal Palace.
the
Right?
Palace.
We know Crystal Palace have been a good side under Glasner. They're healthy now. Elise is back, bagged in this game. But 4-0 was not something I had on my bingo card in this one. Another tough L for United. Backline just looked shambolic. Casemiro had a tough game. I saw some shouts from Jamie Carragher live on TV saying Casemiro just needs to hang him up. Just needs to hang him up. Thoughts?
Casemiro's been finished, bro. I think he definitely fooled a lot of United fans in that first season when he came in and started performing because United were dysfunctional at that point, and having a player of his caliber come in to kind of clean things up in the short term did help, but after that, it seemed like he didn't really care anymore. You know, he was just there for the bag, and it's not the same player he was at Madrid, right?
It is now the most losses Manchester United have ever had in a Premier League season.
Factos.
More than David Moyes' 2013-14 first season.
Wow.
So
Moyes back.
brutal times for the team in red in
And
the
I
city of
think
Manchester.
The most goals conceded since the 70s as well. I saw that as well, which is crazy because they have like a lot of defenders. They just spent a bag on a new keep, right? Obviously, that didn't work out. Maybe they should have kept De Gea, right? Who am I? But back to Casemiro. I know we got two Brazilians sitting on the couch right now. Copa America,
Who?
fast approaching. Is Casemiro a starter for Brazil?
No, he shouldn't get called up.
Wait, who's
let
the
alone
starter
start.
though?
Who's the starter?
Yeah, who would you put starter?
Probably Bruno and
Paqueta?
maybe Paqueta,
Not
maybe
CDM,
maybe
no?
Andre. But Bruno's definitely in there for sure.
Bruno as a CDM?
Mm,
Because you guys play with one CDM, two center mids, right?
yeah, kinda. There's no like natural CDM. Like they might maybe play Andre in that role and might play someone else, but
So can that
it's not
hinder
like
Brazil
Bruno
though?
can't do the role though.
Can that hinder Brazil not having a proper CDM in there?
Not necessarily. I don't think so.
So you're saying he's not even on the plane?
Based off of his form this season, no. It wouldn't make sense to call him up.
Nah, I think he has to be on the plane just for
I
like
don't
the
know.
intangibles alone. Do you know what I mean? Like a guy like Casemiro, he brings so much off the pitch that I think even if you know he's not going to start, maybe he's not going to play, he's still good for the locker room, right? He's a winner. He's been there. He's done that. Maybe not for Brazil, but for Madrid. And I think at the end of the day, that's still valuable. And like you said, if they don't have a six, sometimes you just need that game. You need that cleanup guy who can come in late in the game to close things out. And maybe he's that guy, you know, coming in last 15, 20 minutes of a game just to close things out. You know, maybe a lot less pressure playing for Brazil than it is for United, right? Because if you think about it, Brazil are going to be dominating the ball more for the most part in most of these games. It's not going to be like we're at United where he's going to be kind of against it for the majority of the game or playing center back like we saw today. So I think there's still some value there. What do you guys think? Should Casemiro be on the plane?
Nah, man. It's going to be Bruno and Douglas Luiz as the main midfielders, I think. I don't think Casemiro's got a spot in this Brazil team.
So passports at home. He's not on the plane.
Nah, bro. Leave him at home, man.
Not even on the bench? I think you
I don't think
bring
he's
him.
getting called up, to be honest.
I think he should.
I think you bring
Based
him.
off of what?
I think
He
he
hasn't,
should.
he hasn't done anything to prove that he should get called
I
up.
mean, at the end of the day, like, what does he have to prove at Man United anyways? It's like, Not saying not comparing him to Messi, but like he has nothing to prove at Man United, just like Messi did at PSG. But when they go play for the international team, I feel he's gonna ball out.
I mean, he didn't get called up in the last few call-ups. Doesn't make sense to call him up now.
I guess
He's off form too, right? Like,
Yeah.
Well, what have been your results for the last couple games? I don't think he's won a single one.
I don't know about that. I don't have them off the top of my head, but
Your last 2 games were draws.
okay.
No, didn't Brazil beat England?
You guys tied 1-1.
Yeah. Things scored.
Andrew.
That's where they
And
beat
Jude.
someone else
Scored
in
and
that weekend.
It was Jude or something.
I don't know. It's going back to the menu game. Just their lineup in general was horrible.
They had other options.
Casemiro playing center back, captain Casemiro.
Mhm.
Don't
As
United have
well.
injuries though?
Bruno was
Yeah,
injured.
Brazil beat England 1-0. Sorry.
Was it 1-0?
United have no center backs
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to play captain Casemiro.
because Maguire just got injured.
Evans. They had was Wan-Bissaka playing left back or right back?
He was playing right back.
And then Onana letting that goal, near post goal go in.
2 goals like that.
That near post, bro. He's washed. I'm sorry. Onana was send him somewhere else. Ship him out.
To where though?
Ship him out. I don't care where.
But how can you be the best goalie in the year pretty much one season and then a few months later just go to the level that he
It's
was at?
because I don't know. Like,
United.
did he have a good shot stop? I think we mentioned this before. His shots
No,
stopped.
he was elite last
I
year.
think at the end of the day, I don't know if he was elite. I
He
think
was.
the biggest thing was he's playing for Inter. And at the end of the day, Inter as a team, they defend so well, right? And they dominate a lot of games in Serie A. They don't really concede a lot of chances against. When last season, granted, when there was chances that came up, he was there, but he wasn't really facing as many shots as he does with United. Inter dominated so many games, and they always played with that kind of back five. So he had, I feel like, more protection as well. And not to mention, realistically, probably some more quality in the defense with Inter as well,
Mhm.
right? So I think it's tough to kind of point all the fingers at Onana. Sure, some of these goals he should probably be saving, but I think like with a little bit more quality in that United back line, maybe a change of shape or system with either with a new gaffer or with Ten Hag realizing, hey, we just conceded 81 goals this season, we need to change things up. I think of a better season next year. I don't think you can really ship him out yet. I think it's too soon to ship him out. I think you can't give up on a keeper after one season.
Yeah, and they're asking too much from Onana. This guy's getting like the most shots of like any goal in the top 5 league. It's crazy what we're expecting of him. I know like he makes mistakes. We know that this goalie is gonna make mistakes. So the fact that we're giving him a crazy amount of shots against, that's just gonna escalate his mistakes. But United's co-owner came out and said that they want to refresh the team in this summer, so that they might have a fire sale. He was saying.
Fire sale, eh?
I have a list of their highest
Valued players.
valued players. Which of these players, Dan, would you sell? Okay.
Probably going to be all of them.
Rashford is at 106 mil. That's his worth.
It's not-
106 mil?
That's
What,
his
Wait, who did these
Apples?
the
valuations?
transfer market, I think.
Who did these valuations?
value in what,
It's
bro?
off transfer market. That's his valuation on transfer market.
Oh no,
Ain't no way.
he's not getting that much.
So let's say 70 to 100 mil. Sure.
Okay, Rashford's staying.
Would I want to sell him?
Would you sell him for that price?
Yeah, I would.
Oh,
Okay.
he ain't going for
But
that
he's not
price.
going for that.
He's not
price,
going
though.
to-
I
for
said
that.
70 for 100. To
He's
100.
not going for 70 mil.
He probably would just because of England tax. Yeah.
So where?
Where though? He'll go for 70 mil in the Prem.
I think-
no. PSG would spend that too. Yes. Yes. they
Yeah,
would.
maybe if they lose Mbappe,
Hojlund 93 mil.
No,
too soon.
I wouldn't sell him.
I would keep him too. Garnacho 92 mil.
No, I
Probably
would
gonna
not
keep him.
sell him.
Did
Went
he
up-
make these valuations himself?
Transfer market.
Also, he
There's
made them
no-
himself.
Bro, I gotta look this up.
Yeah, these sound.
Transfer market.
It literally says.
Are these in like USD,
It literally says.
Canadian
transfer market.
dollars, Australian
Bring it.
dollars,
They're in Great British pounds.
Oh, they're
No.
pounds.
Is this in Kenyan dollars,
pounds? There's no way, dude. 93 million pounds for Hojlund.
That's what it says here. Okay, I'm just going off of what it says.
Okay, stop saying the prices.
Yeah,
'cause
don't
they're-
shoot the messenger.
Okay,
Yeah.
Anthony, 63 pounds.
Give him for free,
Million.
man. Him could
Yeah,
take him.
get rid of him for
So I'm
free.
just taking for free.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
Any dollar you get from him, it would be a plus.
that's 2 out of your top. I think it's 10. Oh, whoopsie daisies.
What are you doing here, dude?
And I swiped. Would you sell Dalot? 61 mil is his. I don't think he's worth 61 mil, but that's what it says.
I think stop with the prices. I think you're wrong.
Wait,
I'm not wrong. It's not me.
I'm on transfermarket.com right now, and you said Rashford was how much?
It says 106 here
106 what?
million.
Million what?
Euro.
No, that's
Oh,
pounds.
pound.
Anyways, on transfer market, he's valued at 60
Okay.
million euros.
Okay,
Okay.
go off that.
Yeah.
I'm just going off what it says here for transfer market.
Okay.
I don't know why you guys are hating on that. Whatever, who cares? Would you sell him or not? Bruno Fernandes.
No,
You could probably get upwards of 60.
I wouldn't sell him.
The Rat's going for that much?
Yeah, he's 100% would go for that much easily.
Right.
Onana, would you sell, or you give him another chance with a better defense in front of him?
The right price.
Everyone's available for the right price.
Let's say how much would he go for? 30 plus.
You need another goalie though.
Didn't they already pay more than 30 plus for
Yeah,
him?
but he's
And
declined.
bring back the hair. Yeah. fuck that.
Should have kept Henderson.
Bro, he's declined quite a bit. So I would say.
What's
30
the
plus.
Haya saying now?
He's free agent.
I don't know, man.
Still, bro?
Yeah.
Would you sell your ultimate super sub McTominay for? It says 46, but I'll say like 35 plus.
I want to sell him.
You'd keep your super
Anthony
sub.
McTominay.
Yeah.
He does his part.
It says Kobe Minu. I'm not even gonna ask that because you're gonna keep
No.
him.
What is his valuation? Kobe Mino. Do you mind checking that?
The proper
Yeah,
valuation.
this one says 45.
The accurate.
And
No,
then,
I think that's definitely more than that.
yeah, it's probably more than that. The last one, Sancho. I'm guessing you're selling.
He's gonna sell. He's gonna go.
So that-
I'd want him to leave.
Doesn't matter if
not
you
for
want
United's sake, but for his sake.
Not even if you wanted to keep him, he's leaving no matter what.
Yeah, so that's him.
Come home, brother.
You're not so you're always, realistically you're selling.
But there's still a lot of players
yeah,
in the team that
I was
would
in the
rather-
top 10.
Yeah.
So it was Rashford. Who did you say? Dalot?
Yeah.
Sure.
Dalot and who's the last guy we just said?
Anthony.
And Sancho and Anthony. So there's 4. Then Amrabat's not getting signed back.
Amrabat. Get full
Ericsson
of
has
salt,
to
bro.
go.
Ericsson out. Would you resign Wan-Bissaka? Would you keep Wan-Bissaka?
Bro, I would get rid of a lot of these players, but there's no alternatives.
Well, you're gonna have to. It's because you guys look too much into like paying for like high prices for these already made players.
No, I'd rather get a player that is proven. Like when we got Wan-Bissaka, he also came out of Crystal Palace. Like
Yeah.
he was a quality player when he came in to the
Yeah,
squad,
offer him, though.
but he also didn't like live up to his hype and like expectations. He didn't really grow as a footballer in United. He kind of like, if anything, his form has fallen off.
Is it better to get these proven players? Because now we're seeing a lot of teams like a good example is Leverkusen. They're going out, they're getting good scouts to find these no-name players and making names out of these players.
Not really.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Not really.
Or you're gonna say, oh, Grimaldo had a name already. Who else?
Well, no, if you think about like they're not just doing that. I think they've have a good balance of bringing in already established quality and young talents.
Ooh.
If you're looking at their recent signings, Xhaka,
Okay.
already established quality player. Grimaldo, already established first team player. Hoffman, already established first team player.
He's not a first team player.
Hoffman, yeah.
Oh, was a first team player.
He starts the majority of the games for Leverkusen as well. So like those are 3 players that they just brought in this season that were already established. So I think there is value in doing both. I think you just need to do it right. Like those 3 players they brought in, all 3 of them came on free transfers or very, very small transfer fees. I think you need to pick and choose when you're kind of going out and you're spending the big dollars on that proven player. You can't just be throwing 70 million at every player. Because I think once you start doing that, teams see, okay, you know what, maybe we'll just wait for United to bid because eventually they're going to come and they're going to bid more than everybody else because they know they have the money. Then all of a sudden, it becomes expected that United are going to pay more for players.
AKA
When was the
Anthony.
last time they got a good deal on a player,
Never.
right? If you
When's
really
the
think
last-
of it.
When's the last time they sold player for a profit?
Never.
But they're not really a
United's
selling club.
Yeah, United's
Yeah.
a selling club.
Yeah, but
they like losing money.
Usually they're buying a player and it's either they're going to do well and they're going to stay or things aren't going to work out. Either the contract's going to expire or they're just going to sell them at a loss. But at the end of the day, the United's not there to make money from selling players. They're there to field a quality team, right? And be one of the biggest teams in England, right? But that's
Yeah.
why they have the ambition to go and spend big. I just think their scouting has just been
Poor.
a little poor
Yeah.
in some areas. But
And they're in a hole. You can't
Yeah.
expect them to sell all these players.
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
named like 12 players.
10.
That's not gonna happen.
yeah,
But the thing with Ten Hag is that he got the keeper he wanted. He got the midfielder he wanted. You got the defender he wanted. He got the striker he wanted. Sold Ronaldo. Kicked out De Gea and Sancho. Got money to spend in the transfer window. What's the excuse?
I don't think he has one.
They
I don't think he has
should.
one.
I don't
His-
think
His only excuse will be his injuries in the back end, where obviously
No.
You have Maguire, you have Martinez, Varane, obviously all getting injured, and then you have to deal with Evans, who is just kind of brought into as an emergency player that's been playing more minutes than more of our starters, and then having to put Casemiro back there, and even at moments having to play Shaw center back too, where literally at this point you literally have the last 4 remaining defenders to play on the squad.
Yeah.
You only have Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, Casemiro, and Evans who can play that
And
position.
one of them's a midfielder.
And if one of them gets injured, then you're tossing McTominay in there. If one of them gets injured, then you're tossing Bruno back there.
Tossing
Amrabat, whoever it is.
academy player.
They did. They had the one
Yeah,
young French
yeah,
lad
and
who
he
played
also,
for
like,
a bit, but he got hurt, no?
And I think he also had a couple
He had some errors.
some
yeah.
error moments.
But at the end of the day, they're throwing in like 18, 19-year-old defenders. Like, and not for anything. Center backs are usually a position where you're going to have an experience. You need to have experience to play that position.
Not for anything.
Kubarsi.
Right.
Evans today had a little bit of a terrible performance.
I'm sorry. I think, in my opinion, I'd rather play a youth talent that's a proper center back than playing a man like Casemiro, who's probably played center back how many times in his life?
Never,
It's probably his first time ever he's played center back. I'd rather play a youth guy, and at that point, expect him, if he did as bad as Casemiro, okay. Like, at least we're playing these youth players, getting some experience.
Casemiro's not even good at his actual position. Now they're playing him center back.
Yeah, that's why. Like, I'd rather them play a young academy center back and maybe give him some time to play than have an aging midfielder that doesn't even play in his position. Right?
Yeah.
Like, look what happened with Barcelona. I'm not saying that you might not find someone like Kubarsi, but like just giving these young academy players time is good for them. You're already doing bad, so like it's this point, just play them.
Yeah, might as well because
Might
you
as
never
well.
know if they actually show up until
But
they
it's
play, right?
different when you have a team like Barcelona who is confident in second place or is confident in the top 3 and has maybe minutes where he can play against a smaller side and get some playing time.
No, Kubarsi's playing against the. We threw him
No,
right in
but
the
obviously
dugout.
he's been playing in most of the games because he's been proven in those other matches where he's been able to get minutes facing against a Cadiz, facing against a Mallorca.
But Palace is in a smaller side.
Compared to those teams, you're gonna compare Crystal Palace to those teams.
What place are Palace in?
It doesn't matter about position, but look at the quality of
been decent
players.
recently.
Like you can't say that there's any really much teams in competition with what
I
La
mean,
Liga's
Man, it's not
offering.
like Man U can be
And the-
saying anything. They have to play. They might as well play them. They have nothing else to lose.
What do you mean? Would you not rather play the players that you hope that can have good minutes? Like this is a game that we
They're
lost
playing
4-0.
Casemiro center back.
We ended up winning. What did we win or tie in the weekend?
You guys almost lost, I think.
Okay, but either way, like, would you rather have a decent opportunity and getting a result with the players that you have now, or hope that giving some players experience that might expect a loss because obviously the quality is not there?
I
terms of
think
the
I
experience.
was expecting a loss before the game started with Casemiro playing center back.
Okay.
So
But
why
you,
not
you
play?
probably can put something better than what some of these younger players can put. And considering
You had Casemiro and Evans center back. I don't think there could be any of a worse duo than that. To be honest,
so just play these younger players and just to get a loss and then have these players morale
you guys
go
lost
down.
5-0.
Okay, but would you rather have a player who has
I'd
confidence?
rather lose 5-0 and have my youth players getting some time on.
So you'd
than
rather
having-
have your youth players just get absolutely pummeled and then come out on the weekend with their low morale, obviously not having
what
the
looks
rest of the game.
what looks worse?
The players are not going to have the quality.
What looks worse?
That doesn't matter. It's a loss. It's a loss.
Exactly. So why not play your youth players?
Because you don't want to put players in the youth in part of experience those moments like that.
Why not? That's
Because
good
you're
for
losing
them.
4-5-0 games.
That's good for them.
Why would you want players in your academy go out there and
That's the dumbest thing.
But
I've
you don't
ever
know if
heard.
they're gonna lose.
Yeah,
But dude, you don't know if they're going to win either.
they probably have more heart than
So why
Casemiro
not?
playing center back.
No, I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen.
Casemiro doesn't even
I'd rather
play.
have a youth player play next to Varane or play next to Martinez. Who
Of
has
course I
experience,
would.
But why would not?
But you
play-
don't have that.
Okay, but exactly. So I'm gonna play whatever I got. I'm not gonna play youth players either.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know if Evans is a good choice.
Well, Chelsea has officially passed United in the standings.
Crazy.
Well, they're tied, but on goal difference. How does that make you feel?
I don't care at this point.
Jeez.
Bad, man. It's a bad year. It's a bad year.
Yeah, I think either way, you just have to chalk it off as a rough year, right? And I think maybe a little bit of a rebuild coming in the summer, right? I think they have a lot of pieces there that don't need to be there. I think we'll see United definitely move on from a lot of these players and maybe look to refresh the squad a little bit. Obviously they're not going to have European football next year, maybe unless they can sneak into Conference League. But maybe that's good for them. Maybe it's good for them to kind of have a year off from Europe. They can focus on the league again. Maybe that also kind of allows them to focus on bringing in some quality, kind of more unknown, under the radar players that can come in, do well. rather than thinking, okay, we're in the Champions League now, we need to spend big and try to, keep doing what they've been doing. So maybe it's a good little reset for United, and then we'll see what they can do next season. But I guess my question for you guys at this moment, do we think that Ten Hag is going to be coaching that team next season, or do you think there's going to be someone else on the touchline?
He's not coaching that team. If he's coaching that team, oh my gosh.
What I don't understand is that if these new co-owners want to have a full rebuild, how are you going to give a manager 2 rebuilds in their career as a manager
Yeah,
for a single team? You
Can't.
tried your first build of getting all
Didn't
these
work.
players, making all these signs. You didn't get it right the first time. Okay, here's a fresh new start. It's like this never happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he literally got everybody he wanted besides De Jong. Everybody he
And
wanted.
that's his goal now. He wants to go and get De Jong this
yeah,
window.
he's not. You guys don't have any Europe.
You think if they got the young, they would have played someone like Manu?
De Jong will probably play center back.
He's probably
This way.
Realistically.
I'm gonna say he's staying. He gave a great interview to Gary Neville the other day on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
Interview Schmitter.
And no, but like it received a lot of like positive feedback from fans, from the club alike.
I'm
so
sure
I think
every
they'll give him another
other
chance.
fan except Manu fans were applauding it. Yes,
No, it's
stay.
Man U fans.
No way.
What did he say in
Yeah.
this interview, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, I
What
didn't
could
watch
he have
it.
said in this interview?
This is,
So you're just
But the
waffling,
feedback
bro.
was good. The feedback
Yeah.
was
It's
good.
because this is the closest looking guy they'll get the pep.
I checked. The feedback was great.
So you guys think an interview is enough for him to keep his job?
No.
Oh, this guy's.
I'm just checking. I'm just checking.
No, do I think he should keep his job on paper based on the results? No.
No.
But like, you need some consistency, and like, you can't just be sacking managers year in, year out. It's bad for the stability of the club. I get they're trash.
He's had 2 years.
Okay, but who are they gonna get?
Literally anybody. I think.
Yeah, like, see, boom, right there, right
Solskjaer.
there,
Go take Solskjaer
right.
back.
No, right there, right there. Everyone's like, sack him. You don't have an option.
You
You're like
could
everybody.
you could get Solskjaer. This is what was the worst finish they had?
What?
How long?
What about Tommy Turtles? Tommy
Tuchel.
Tuchel.
Tuchel's probably going
Ooh.
to stay at Bayern at this rate.
Is
he
he?
gonna stay?
Is he a
No, he
free
said
agent?
he's
What about
That's where he said he's leaving.
Chelsea, Brighton?
Potter.
Graham Potter, De Zerbi,
Zidane.
Zidane, right?
Oh, I can't get
There's definitely
You're naming
there's
a lot of
definitely
guys that
options.
aren't necessarily vacant.
Yeah. But the thing is, they're United, right? And, maybe someone like De Zerbi, he's not playing Europe in Brighton, not playing Europe at United. Maybe you'd rather just switch it up, go to United. But I definitely agree with you. I think you need some stability. Obviously, this season was a little bit of a rough one for him, but maybe you just chalk it up as that, right? Rough season, a lot of injuries, nothing you can do. Let's try to rebuild the squad a little bit, get some more depth in, especially in that center back position, and then move forward into the next season. Hopefully, they can kind of push for that top 4 finish again
With Ten Hag is what you're saying.
with Ten Hag. Yeah.
No, this is not someone you keep. They have no tactics, no style of play. You can't ride it out with this guy. Arteta was someone you could ride it out with because you could see that he was going to be good in the future.
Exactly.
Ten Hag, you could see is complete shit because he literally doesn't have any tactics.
You can't see nothing. You can't see even an ounce of
Yeah,
any type
nothing.
of tactics in
Their
it.
best player, they just let go to Dortmund, and then they're not
got-
gonna. They're
This
selling.
Gaffer got rid of the best player, Ronaldo, got rid of Sancho, got rid of De Gea. Like, he's just letting guys go when these guys could have helped out. Like, he's the issue.
He is the issue. I agree.
He's the issue. He's the main issue.
It's the same old story. Sag, don't sag, sag,
but
don't sag.
You
But
have to.
that's the story of Manchester United. Why don't we talk about a club that's in great form right now instead of just dwelling on Manchester United?
Go ahead.
Real Madrid,
Real.
club you wanted to bring up because I know you got a curious point.
I do have a curious point.
George over here.
One of the it's the holy thing. This keeps moving. Vinny Jr. has the most UCL knockout goals in history. Do we have to put more respect on this man's name?
Sure about that?
Wait a minute.
Listen,
What?
Look,
I don't know about your
I think
facts today.
Cristiano might have that.
Yeah, I don't know about your
okay,
facts.
Maybe after a
hold on.
certain
Let me
year.
read it out
I don't
here.
know about
think
your
it's after a
facts.
certain
I don't know
year.
about your-
2023.
I don't know about Patty's facts.
Oh
today.
no, GA ever.
Okay, so
The
repeat
most
it.
By a Brazilian.
Vinny Jr. becomes the Brazilian with the most. Yeah, why
Okay.
Brazilian? Sorry,
So
I
you-
completely
So your
messed it
stat
up.
was completely off.
Anyway.
Wait.
Hey,
Spatty,
restart.
No, it was like that because I had a point after. It doesn't
Okay,
matter. This
Spatty,
doesn't
restart.
matter.
We just restart right here. Go.
Okay, wait.
No, say it wrong. I was funny.
Welcome to the Footy Culture Podcast. We're today joined by these guys. Vinny Jr. becomes the Brazilian with the most UCL knockout GA ever. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know.
I saw that stat, yeah.
That's actually, and he's only. It's crazy because he's only 23 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense.
It does make sense.
I saw some
Always.
people on Twitter and on TikTok saying, "Is Vinny Jr. the next Mr. Champions League? Could he be?
I think
Or
he
is
has,
he?
he has it in him, man. Like we've seen him score goals in the finals. We've seen him being instrumental in like the knockout stages of the Champions League. He plays for Madrid. Like it's only inevitable that he's probably next in line, right?
You think?
Looks like
Who
it.
else?
Like I gotta be honest, when we're talking about Real Madrid, in terms of the face of Real Madrid, the media's face of Madrid is Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
But if you're actually watching the games, the real face of Real Madrid is Vinny Jr.
What about Rodrigo?
He's the most talented player on the team, but he's not the face.
He might not even get much playing time next season, bro.
Rodrigo or Vinny?
Rodrigo.
This is if they get Mbappe though, or
Which
I
they
guess
are.
they got Endrick
And they're getting
too.
Endrick too, bro.
So if
The fact of the matter is, Real Madrid is Vinny Jr.'s team.
for now,
For now.
I'm living in the present. I
For
can't
now.
predict the future.
but next season
It's Mbappe.
It's the Turtles
you
team,
have
bro.
Mbappe, you have Endrick.
But isn't
Still
that
have Jude
isn't
Bellingham.
that too many hotheads? Isn't that
Hotheads.
Who's the hothead?
Too many
Not
egos?
hotheads. Egos?
Egos. Sorry, that's what I meant.
No.
Egos.
No.
Endrick,
How's
I
that not
think,
too many egos?
Endrick, I think, is too young to have an ego.
Mbappe's the
Um,
biggest ego there.
But
Mbappe,
he's not that much of a
and to be honest,
Mbappe's a
Vinny,
pro.
Let him
Bad.
say his point,
yeah,
though.
Vinny Jr. doesn't have an ego.
no.
He doesn't have an ego.
I think he used to.
He could, and arguably he should,
I think he will.
given his performances, but he doesn't have an ego. And I think because he's been kind of Madrid in Europe from day one, and he's been under Carlo from, almost day one, he has that maturity built into him from a young age. Carlo, I think, is the gaffer who kind of, really gave him a shot, and he really developed a lot under Ancelotti. And I think because of that, he's coming in with more maturity. He's not coming in with this hothead, I scored this many goals, like, I deserve all this. He's like club first. He's a club first kind of guy. I can see him never leaving Madrid. And I think he's the kind of guy that's not going to have an ego. And I think he's the perfect star player to have in your team with someone like Mbappe joining, with someone like Bellingham joining, because these guys maybe have a little bit more of egos, a little bit more PR that comes with them. I think Vinny is kind of that unsung hero in those teams that you need,
Yeah, and you
right?
Go ahead, Matt.
and you could tell that Vini had that maturity from early on. When just a few seasons ago, everyone was roasting him on social media because he can't score a goal, like he's missing tap-ins, he's just not finishing, blah 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 blah. Man put his head down, went to work, and now he's one of the best wingers in the world.
Yeah.
No, when you're talking about ascendancy, Vinny Jr.'s rise has been nothing short of unfathomable. But something to your point, you're talking about leaving the team. We're talking about Real Madrid CF here.
Yeah.
They always look for the shiny new toy. Vinny Jr. will just be another one to go down the pecking order eventually.
You think?
I don't think
It
so.
happens every time. Every time. We're talking about guys like Angel Di Maria, Mesut Ozil. They go down in the pecking order at some point. These are world class players in their prime. We're talking about.
Yeah.
At some point, if a Kylian Mbappe is coming through the helm, the pecking order goes down naturally. We're talking about Kylian Mbappe here.
But the thing is, like a lot of these players that you mentioned, they came pretty much in their prime. Vini came when he was a
No.
teenager.
Mesut Ozil came in his prime.
Most of these
Angel
players,
Di Maria came in his prime.
compared to Vini. Vini came when he was a
James
teenager.
Rodriguez came in his prime.
Did any of those
James,
players
yeah.
play for this Castilla team?
No.
No.
Vinny did.
Vinny, I think,
Okay.
he's more born and bred Madrid. Obviously, I know he came from Brazil, but he came young. And I think there's a little bit of a difference between a player starting young in Madrid, playing through the academies, starting off maybe not the best, not a lot of expectations, and then developing into a star than it is when you have a player like, let's say, Ozil coming in. You have a player like James Rodriguez coming in. Those were shiny new toy signings.
Those are teams going into the first starting 11.
Yeah. Similar to Mbappe. To be honest, Mbappe might come and go from Madrid faster than Vinny Jr. does. And I know it's probably a hot take, but I can see it happening.
There's reasons why there's players like Nacho, Lucas Vasquez, Carvajal, even Lunin. Like, these guys have been there from the very beginning in their younger ages, even though
Yeah.
Carvajal came up from Leverkusen, but I think he had a stint before. Was that for Madrid before?
I think he was only on loan at Leverkusen.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, those guys, those are bred and those are born bred like Real Madrid players that
Even Valverde as
they
well.
they have like their roots embedded into that pitch, into that stadium, to that culture. Like, where you have a Mbappe come in, or even like a Di Maria, Ozil, they come in, but they don't perform. They're out. They're not like there, and they don't know like the ground, the roots of the whole club inside out, right? So
It's a little different with those guys, in my opinion. Because a lot of guys that you named are Spanish, so they got to meet their quota, and they're not forwards. So it's different for a forward. A forward, it's easy to go in and out.
Yeah.
Like a guy scoring goals in hot form, bring him in. He's a shiny new toy, right?
And,
Yeah.
And all it takes is for someone like Mbappe to come and ruin the feng shui of the team. Like we saw what happened when Messi came to PSG, and then Mbappe just started acting like a brat. I want this, I want that. Next thing you know, if Mbappe's not getting the ball like he wants every time, what's gonna happen? Something might happen.
I mean, yeah, Mbappe kicked out the best players in the world to bring in his boy Kolo Muani, bro.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but I'm sorry, but
you
that,
think Mbappe's not gonna start every game, and then what? Hendrick starts to get mad, or Rodrigo starts like.
no,
I'm sorry, those 4 guys can't be on the same team
no.
for that long.
PSG.
Someone has to leave that team, and I think Rodrigo could leave, and I can see Rodrigo going to Barcelona.
Nah, I don't
Imagine
know, bro.
because there's a
Liverpool replacement. So.
PSG.
Barcelona.
PSG was Mbappe's team, whereas here he's joining a different team that's not his. Like
It's
you
gonna be
know,
his team pretty quick.
It's gonna be his
It
team.
You don't
won't
think it
very
will?
quick. I don't think so. I
Really?
feel like
Nah, dude, come
if they can
on.
go there, and I feel like Bellingham, because he has that experience and he has somewhat of like not like seniority, but he has some of like that personality.
Does
where he
Mbappe
can kinda,
not have
like,
more
take
PR?
control.
Mbappe
this,
definitely
PR
does,
that.
bro.
But like I feel like just as a in the locker room, I feel like Jude's gonna tell that guy to just shut up.
Nah,
No
come
way.
on,
See, the thing is
bro.
with Perez, like you said, Bellingham just the new shiny toy. Right when the next shiny toy comes in, you're gone. Like you go sit down.
He's the best midfielder in the league.
Yeah, but he's not gonna be the star player.
He's the best midfielder.
He's not
in the
gonna be a
league.
star player.
How you can you just say you're gonna get rid of your best midfielder in the
I'm not
league?
gonna get rid of him. I'm saying he's gonna sit.
They've done it
sit down.
before.
Okay,
And Mbappe's gonna be the next
Yeah.
shining guy. Like
and
he's,
Mbappe is the best player on any team he joins.
he's the guy. He's
Yeah.
gonna be
How
the
much?
guy.
How much?
He's gonna get the number 7.
Yeah, okay, number's a number, but how much? It's,
not
it's
that
not like
number.
it's not like Madrid's gonna be like, here, take half the city. You're gonna own it.
Yeah,
They might as well give him. They might give
France
him
are
a
doing
key.
with
They're already giving him the money he wants.
Yeah.
They won't give him shit.
Yeah.
They might give him a
I
key.
don't think so.
He's gonna get less money in Madrid than he's getting at PSG.
Dude, the fact,
course.
but
Yeah,
the
of
fact that like this team, Madrid, is gonna go to another Champions League final. Well, knock on wood. And the looks of it, they're already in a position where they can go to a Champions League final without Mbappe. Do they expect much more with having Mbappe there since winning the league? I'm not sure how close they were in the Copa del Rey, and then in another Champions League final.
It's to continue.
It's
that.
just setting
Oh,
up
for
the
sure,
team for
for
dominance.
sure,
in
but
the
like-
next decade, right?
But that's their goals every year to win everything. Bringing Mbappe is gonna help you with that for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna help. It's gonna give you a better chance to do it consistently year over year,
Exactly.
right? This year you can say they got a little bit lucky beating City, right? Going to
Yeah,
a penalty
100%.
shootout, right? That's not gonna happen every year. Where you're gonna go to a shootout and you're gonna win a shootout every year.
But you also can't
right?
guarantee Mbappe is gonna bring you Champions League finals week in, week out.
No, you
Also
definitely
year
can't
in, year out.
guarantee it, but
But from his freaking credentials and what we've seen,
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
if you had a Neymar and Mbappe on your side, and you can't do that already. Sorry, Neymar
Yeah.
and Messi.
I know, but give
You could do that.
Mbappe.
he's I
PSG
think
curse.
he's coming to a more well balanced team. I think at the end of the
100%.
day, like he has someone like Bellingham who can carry that midfield for the next decade, and I think that's the most important thing. You have stars throughout the pitch.
I think
Right.
they're making. I'm not sure if they're going to be investing any money on anywhere else in the team, but
Davies.
I feel like they need to invest more in that midfield. Considering that Cruz and
No.
Modric are going to be the ones
Camavinga,
rotating minutes.
Chouameni,
Their midfield, I think, is already
Man, there's
set.
moments when their defense
Arda
is so low. Camavinga's
Güler.
playing center back. Chouameni's playing
So
center
if
back.
anything,
That's
they get
injuries.
another defender so that they don't have to play those guys back there.
They might replace Modric. They might do that. But I want to go off the Vinny point. That it wasn't so much for that, but I had something else for the Vinny point. Is he today's like pretty much like Brazil's kind of like star player? I know that for Brazil he doesn't really perform, but just on a world level, is he Brazil's star right now? And I'll go off of that once I hear your answer.
Wait, is who Brazil's star?
Vinny.
It's hard to say Vini's Brazil star because he hasn't done anything yet for Brazil to say that. Is he a world footballing star? 100%. But for Brazil, no.
Like take away the national team aside, like is he like the one Brazilian that is like that comes to your head?
Well, clearly,
Yeah,
he's the best
club-wise,
player in Real
100%.
Madrid.
Okay. So that was the answer I was looking for.
That was the what's it called?
What? That was the
Wind
correct
up?
answer.
The wind up for
Yeah,
you.
that was so. In Brazil, there was I was watching this thing on Twitter the other day. Well, a couple like last week. I was this guy that went to Brazil, and he was a coach, and he went to different facilities to like train different Brazilian teams and stuff. And he's starting to notice that players in Brazil are getting something that these coaches call perfect field syndrome. They're not as technically gifted as past Brazilian players because of this syndrome. And Vinny's like kind of like
the end of it. Of
like he's like the viewing point of that. I don't know how to say it, but like he's like the point of view for this scenario because a lot of players are turning out more like Vinny in the academies, than let's say like a Neymar who had like that Joga that literally you couldn't take the ball in because he's just gonna dribble you. But now they're more like pace and power, is what they're turning out. That's what I was watching this, and he's like, yeah, you're not gonna see a player like Neymar, a player like Ronaldinho in a long time because there are too many like good pitch. There's too much investment in the game of soccer now.
I think that's false because you have man like William Esteban, who's some say the next Neymar just because of the way he plays. Like he's pure Joga, right? So I think it's false in that regard. It's obviously tougher to say based on the players that these coaches see coming up in the academies, but like not all the pitches in Brazil are perfect.
Yeah, I know,
Like-
but when you go around Brazil and you're seeing these perfect pitches, I know you're saying like this guy, but is he gonna succeed like Neymar and Ronaldinho?
You never know, bro. Never know.
I know what you're talking about though. Like I saw some other like TikToks and reels of like a coach legit having his team train on like this horrible field that's right beside like a perfect pitch. And then when they interviewed him saying, "Why are you doing this?" He's like, because of the perfect pitch syndrome. He said himself like
That's
that too.
crazy.
He's like,
It's a thing.
it's true.
I've
It's like
never
these
heard of that,
players,
bro.
these players are getting too comfortable playing on a perfect pitch,
Interesting.
and they're not able to adapt on with that if that ball bounces horribly. That fast reaction
Yeah,
type of thing. So, it's a
He
good thing,
said
but a bad
something
thing.
like that too. Actually,
Don't you
probably
prepare?
just-
Don't you prepare players for what's to come?
but yeah, but from that they don't get the technical ability. Like what Dave was saying, like
How often is a ball on a pitch gonna be
And that's
bouncing
the thing
off a
too,
hole?
yeah.
I also see
Unless
this,
you're playing in like
no, it's
some of these-
that's what it is. Perfect field syndrome.
but also
Yes.
it's not like if they make it up in the big leagues, they're gonna be playing on these horrible pitches. They're gonna be playing on these perfect pitches,
Yeah,
and that's why like I also saw like a trainer, personal trainers, like going over some like training routines that our players are doing. Like they're doing like bounce on the bouncy ball thing, trying to get elevate like balance. And he's like, "Why are you doing this? That's not what you do in a game. You don't. The field's not bouncy. You gotta train how you play." So it's kind
Go
of a bit of
both
both. Kind of a bit of both.
No, I see the discourse because those ugly pitches, the cement, the streets, it teaches you to be imaginative. It teaches you to get out of rocky situations, right?
yeah.
Like a player like Zidane, all his footballing ability came from playing street football in France, along with obviously all the Brazilian guys. So no, I see the value. I see the point.
No, I do see the value.
But looking at today's football, how efficient is that style of play anymore? It's not efficient at all.
Well, sometimes you do see those,
It may help you in scenarios that are
Those
very minimal
scenarios.
and that you will never find yourselves in.
but
really
sometimes
rarely
those
in matches.
scenarios are the ones
But
that matter the most.
Why are you put into those scenarios to begin with? End of the day, if you're playing the football right and playing football how it is played today, the way City does, for example, did not be put into scenarios where they need to be playing a flick pass or try to do some crazy skill moves. You play the football that's effective and you get results. And you
I don't want to watch that football.
Okay,
I don't
you
watch
might
that.
not want to watch it, but if teams want to win and get results,
I don't
they're
care.
gonna look for players that do that. And if you want to become a professional footballer, you're
Yeah,
gonna play the
100%.
you're gonna play the way that the new system is played and the what managers and what trainers are looking for.
So Ronaldinho wouldn't perform in today's day.
He
is what you're
wouldn't.
saying.
No, he doesn't work hard enough.
he wouldn't.
No.
He would not be playing in today's football.
Come on, bro.
Okay, put him. Where does he play in the Man City side?
Who's talking about Man City?
I'm just saying.
No, but
you
yeah,
play anywhere up
No,
top.
what you're talking about is the highest level of football with the highest level of coaching.
What are you watching?
No, but think
what
about
level of football are you
no,
watching?
but think about that guy that's trying to make it to the top.
But what level of football are you watching though? What makes the most money?
Prem. Yeah, but are players at let's say mid-tier level being coached in a system like Pep Guardiola?
Not
Players that want to make it to the top,
What
you gotta
coaches?
stand out.
What are coaches learning and who are they learning from?
Yeah, but is
why
that-
do these coaches have master classes? Then where does Arteta? Even Arteta is being present in some of these classes, and I'm pretty sure there's other managers that were a part of like Pep Guardiola's master classes and learning from him. Like obviously, there's coaches even in third, fourth division, Brazil, any league, they're going to be taking these master classes because they want to learn from the best, and they're gonna adapt that style of football. If there's a kid doing keep ups in the middle of a pitch where he should instead making passes across, looking for open space, it's gonna be changing. It's not
Yeah,
gonna be
no,
the
it's
same.
true. But a lot of players aren't gifted with great coaching or a great system, so they need other ways to stand out.
Yeah. Some guys are
I can
doing
go for anything.
some guys are doing tornadoes on the right side of the field.
Yeah, but I think too, like, and we said this before. I think today's game, the players are very, 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 very talented, but they don't have to show those tricks on the field. Like Dan was mentioning, it's not what the team needs them to do. It's not what the coach expects them to do. Can they do the tricks? 100%. All these players can do it, but they don't do it because there's no need to, and they know if they mess it up, they're probably not going to be playing. The coach is going to bench them because you're putting your team in an unnecessary situation because you want to do something fancy. You want to do a trick,
I mean,
right? There is still room for it. You see it with someone like, let's say, Doku, for example. He
Even players
plays
like
for
even-
Man City, right? He plays for Man City. He plays on the wing. He plays there to take players on, to beat players. Does he do tricks? Sometimes, but he knows if he messes that trick up, he better be tracking back, right? So I think there's still a place for it in the game today, but it's just not as needed, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
I mean, you see players like Foden, who everyone's saying is, this is probably his best season. Cole Palmer, we know that those guys are techie. Those guys are techie.
How often are they playing off skill moves in the game?
Techie-ish. Like they
Man,
have a good touch.
They're not they're not techie. They're technical, where they can put on the ball behind the net from any position on the pitch. Because if you look at Foden take a shot, I'd rather a player to spend hours training on completing a shot the way that he's able to perform passes, whatever, than spending that time trying to do keep ups and around the worlds.
There was a couple of games ago where Cole Palmer had that nice little heel kick pass to.
It's a heel kick pass, man.
Yeah, but some players don't think of that at that moment. That's players. Those players, you can see what they have. No player just thinks of that.
A lot of players have things in their pocket that they can pull off, but is it necessary? No. If Paul Palmer thinks in the scenario is right, he'll do it. If it was wrong, it wouldn't have. It obviously could have backfired.
It's also about the confidence in pulling those off in game too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cole Palmer clearly do whatever he wants right
A
now.
lot of players, I'm sure, have a lot of technical ability, but is it used on the pitch? No, it's not.
Yeah. And I think too, like you're mentioning, a lot of these players that are coming out from Brazil, they're looking at which Brazilian players are successful today, right? Vinny Jr. is successful. Even someone like Martinelli, for example, is one of the most highlighted Brazilian players too.
And he barely does anything.
And he doesn't do anything, right? Him, Vinny, they're very much pace, they're very much power, knock it past the player, beat him with pace, and finish, right? So I think if you're a young kid coming up today, Neymar's not really in the picture anymore, right? No one's really looking up to Neymar anymore because when was the last time we even seen this guy play football? I have never seen him in that Al Hilal jersey. I've never seen him put it on other than the photo shoot. I've never seen him play a game, right? So how are you going to look up to a player that's not even
Players
playing?
still do.
Right? I'm sure players still do, but at the end of the day, like if you can't watch that player play week in, week out, now you're probably looking at someone like Vinny. If you're a young Brazilian kid coming up, you're watching Vinny play because he's playing at Madrid. He's winning Champions Leagues. He's doing it all. And how does he play? Right? Pace, power, flick on, effective football. Right?
Yeah, he's got skills in his locker though.
I know he
pulls
does.
them out.
He does, but he doesn't do it as much, I guess.
He keeps that at a minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what
Fair.
benefits the team.
Sure, but it's those imaginative, skillful players that make you love the game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what gets me going.
It makes
man.
it fun.
Yeah.
It makes the sport
Look at
fun.
Sancho, man.
Yeah, dude, I had front row seats to the Sancho last
Sancho doesn't have
week.
to do all that. Well, he did it and it works. Like it's stuff
Yeah.
that there was that one time where he went through that guy when he didn't have to, like, he passed it around him and then he went this way.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
If you guys want entertaining football, then I feel like you guys should go watch some cage
Okay,
football.
relax.
Or
But,
yeah.
like,
Oh,
what are you
it's
trying
no,
to watch?
it's true.
No wonder you watch the Prem. Well, I'm here to watch.
Talking
the
like
freaking-
Roy Keane over
Yeah,
here,
you're talking
bro.
like you're a robot.
No. I'm sorry.
This is like something new to me. Like, what are you?
Do you want to watch football or do you want to watch people
I
do
want to see
skill
exciting
moves?
football.
Well, yeah, entertainment.
Okay, so watch cage football and
That's crazy.
Salah.
Ain't no
circus show,
That's crazy.
But you guys make
Sound
it
like Graham Souness.
You guys are like American.
This guy is so Prem.
You guys are so American.
Holy.
You guys are so American because you want entertainment every single second of the game, like NBA or football. NBA too. Like
This is a sport. Yes, I want.
yeah, it's entertainment. But at the end of the day, you know how football is played. You're not going to say entertainment every single minute of the game.
But I
Ha-
rather
ha-
watch
That'd be nice.
entertaining
Half of the
football.
game is what? Not even played. Half the time of the game, the ball's not even in play.
So I need entertainment as much as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you want entertainment as much as you guys are asking for, then go watch something else.
Okay, but would
That's crazy.
would I rather like watch an effective footballer like a Milner, a Henderson, or a skiller like a Neymar, or Ronaldinho?
There's more players like Milner and Henderson playing football now than there are.
Okay,
around
but
the
who would
game.
I rather
And guess who-
watch?
exactly. And guess who people want to watch more? What does that tell you?
What is it? Clearly, people are watching the football now, so it doesn't matter who's president or not. Football's still being watched. If it's your
Yeah, but who would
preference,
you rather watch?
I'd rather watch good football. I don't care if
Yeah,
it's
because he's wrong. He can't go back on his statement. He can't
what's
retract on
wrong
his
though. I don't
statement.
understand. Like, what
I'd
are you
rather
guys
watch
saying?
good football than watch good players.
If people didn't want to watch, if people want to watch that football, then they wouldn't be
You're
watching the football today.
All I know is the commentator roast you after this.
Who's your favorite player of all time?
Kolarov, Tellez, like they're fullbacks. I like players who are efficient and
No, I thought you were gonna say Rooney.
no.
Never mind then.
Rooney's proper though.
Even Rooney, yeah, he's not a tricky player. He does this.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Rooney's a tricky
He
player.
was tricky, but he was like efficient too. Like he wasn't like, you know.
He did it all.
Rooney's one of the best
Yeah.
street ballers of all
Yeah,
time.
because you guys want to see players do Rabonas, field.
Yes,
passes.
that's exciting and fun.
Okay, then go watch like another sport. You barely. How many times have you seen a player do that in game in the last?
We saw Sancho go off and look at him. You got all the praise.
one game out of how many that you've watched?
Every time
in
he
the
plays,
last
every
year?
time Sancho does it.
Yeah, it's a dying art. And
It is
it's
dying.
And
tough.
how many Dortmund games have you watched this season? None. Probably zero.
Okay, but
And
I
you
don't
tell
know.
me
I
how
don't know
many.
what. I don't know what your point is.
But you guys want to watch this football. You guys don't go out to watch it though. You guys want to watch it, and you guys only want to watch it in the games you guys watch.
What?
If you guys wanted to go watch these games that you guys want to see tricky football, and you're saying Sancho does it, why don't you guys watch Dortmund football week in, week out?
I see what
I
you're
understand
saying.
what he's saying.
Does he
You
do
don't
that
understand
week
what
in,
I'm
week
saying?
out, though?
Then watch more Dortmund football if you guys want to see
Does
that
he do that
trickiness.
week in, week out?
No.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
No,
Then
he doesn't
don't
have-
watch. Then don't watch Barcelona because Barcelona doesn't do it.
What do you mean? Yamal.
I watch him all for
When's
that.
the last time Yamal did that?
He does it every game.
What, he
you don't watch
entertains, bro.
Barcelona play, so how do you know? Oh,
I do watch. I probably watch it more than you.
Yeah, sure you do, buddy.
Am I wrong? If you want to watch it, then go look for it.
No.
If you want to see this, it's out there. I'm sure you guys it's out there. But if you want to watch it, go watch it.
Okay, we're saying we prefer that.
But my argument is that it's not present in today's football.
Which is a problem.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a problem.
think it's a problem. I think
It's a
just,
dying art.
would you rather see goals or would you rather see a guy pull on a rainbow halfway and then lose the game?
No, goals are a part of excitement.
Okay, and I think there's more goals now than ever before.
Okay.
Trade off.
What does that come down to, though?
Would you want to see more goals or more guys doing rainbows in games?
Bit of both wouldn't hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to see another.
No, a simple question though. Would you rather watch like a Henderson play or like a Skiller?
What's gonna
Henderson's
get me,
more
what's gonna get me
effective.
results?
Like a Henderson
What's
or
gonna
like
get
a
me
Tadat.
results?
Okay.
Henderson or
Okay.
Tadat is what you're saying.
My only opinion on this, I don't care about like the skiller part. I want someone that's gonna take over a game on its own. That's what I want. Like that's what Neymar did with skills. He did it with skills. He took over a game with skills. I don't care for him to do a rainbow. He could do like a little croqueta for like Iniesta. He's a skiller, technically, kind of skiller. That took over a game.
Yeah, he was silky on the ball.
Yeah, like he took over a game in his own way that made it skillful because no one could take the ball off him. If he had the ball, you're not taking the ball off him. I want to see players like that. I don't care to see rainbows, snakes. I want to see a player that's going to come to the game, take over the game, look unstoppable every single game.
That comes with technical ability too, though.
Yeah.
That's just your skill.
I don't. I want a player to have it all, which is kind of what Vinny is. So I think, in my opinion, Brazil will be better for this.
I agree.
He just has to perform for Brazil. That's it. Because Endrick is 1 GA less than him despite
Oh my
playing like
gosh,
30
stop.
less games.
But Hendrick's kind of a similar type player. He's not really a skiller.
no.
He's someone
efficient.
that's
He's
efficient.
a
yeah.
bulldog.
So I think Brazil is headed towards this, kind of like a European style, just efficient pace.
But he has to perform.
He has to perform, yeah. But yeah, I think
He can't be made captain for the first time ever and get subbed at halftime because he's not playing good enough.
no, but I think this will make Brazil better in the long run. But yeah, I see what you're saying. That's just one. He's one player that's not performing out of the
Brazil.
millions that you guys produce. Yeah, we have some UCL soccer that we could talk about now.
Priority. I think priorities first. That's why.
Huh?
Real Madrid over Barcelona.
Yeah.
As like Wales, Golf, Madrid. It's like Madrid,
Real,
Real.
Miami.
Low key,
Brazil.
yeah, he loves Miami, man. He does love
He
Miami.
does love Miami. Him and
Real,
Miami.
Miami, Bunda, Brazil, bro.
Yeah. He loves the Bunda, but I think we all do, right? And speaking of Bunda, right? There's a lot of Bunda on display in the Champions League. You know,
Where?
a lot of Bundesliga that's being on display in the Champions League. And you know what? Told y'all. But Madrid, Bayern, 2-2 last week. Pretty good game, in my opinion. Right? Obviously, now we're going back to Madrid. Obviously, Madrid probably have the upper hand, having the second leg at home. What do you guys think is going to happen?
I don't think it was honestly the best game. I think it could be better.
I didn't say it was the best game.
No, I know you said
That's
good
pretty
game.
good.
I think both sides were just.
Okay.
That was a good game.
Listen to me when I
no,
talk.
I think both sides were equally not the greatest, to be honest. That just happened to make it 2-2. I think they come out a lot stronger in the second leg, which I'm hoping. I don't think there's gonna be that many goals in the second leg. Maybe in extra time. I think it might be like a 1-1 goes to extra time. Madrid taking shootout. That's what I'm thinking here.
Madrid shootout.
Madrid wins in shootout.
Again?
Is this
They're
Croatia?
just Croatiaing it out.
Holy.
You got Modric,
Yeah,
to be
look up.
fair.
Got the captain. That's what I think about this game.
So you think it's going to go to penalties again? Madrid's going to pens again, and they're going to win in pens?
Yeah, but
Over
it's
Bayern.
gonna be a good game though.
It's going to be a good game.
Not
Better
just-
than the last
Not
game.
just score wise, play wise.
Okay. Jay?
Yeah, I think Madrid's almost inevitable.
In PKs as well?
Just with
Regular
a solid
time.
dub. Solid regular time dub.
Vinny or Rodrigo? Bellingham?
Probably Bellingham, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to clutch it.
Yeah.
He has
It's in
to.
the script almost.
Yeah.
But no, do I want them to win? No. It'd be nice for Bayern to win.
Yeah.
You know, they got off to a decent start in the first leg, and there was a little bit of hope, but scraped out a draw. I think Madrid's going to win. It's inevitable. Like,
Well,
I'm going to be honest. It's not
yeah.
what my heart's telling me. It's what my mind's telling me.
So I'm going to pause you there. So obviously, we talked about Bayern not having their greatest game. Does Kim Min-jae start this game? Because, I mean, to be honest, if he didn't start the last game, they probably would have won 2-0 because
there-
both goals were on him.
Wasn't
Yeah.
a better performance when they had
Iron
the Ligt and the Iron?
De Ligt was injured.
That was
though, no?
against Arsenal.
Yeah, and
Right?
I think that was their best
Yeah.
center back duel.
De
all
Ligt would have
season.
played if he wasn't injured.
Yeah.
But I think
Was
he
he
should.
lit?
I
Was
think
he
he
injured?
should be good for this game.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he was injured, or he had too many yellows.
Card accumulation, maybe.
I think. It was one or the other.
He had an
He
illness.
just.
It'll
they, were
probably be
say-
Delict.
they were saying he's gonna play next game though.
Yeah.
De Ligt.
So if Delict, let's say, for example, isn't fit, hypothetical
Oh my God,
situation
that's
here,
over.
are you playing Kim or are you running back Upamecano?
No, I
You're
don't
bringing
think
Upamecano back from his hiatus of football?
Have we seen?
It's been months.
Why has he been in a hiatus?
It's been months.
But why? Why
Since
has
I've
he
seen
been
him
in a
play.
hiatus?
I don't know.
Weren't you saying he was the best center back in the league?
He's not the best center back in the league.
Bro,
he's the
he
best.
said
He's the
that.
best center back at Bayern.
Yeah, but he's the
I
fourth
said.
string.
Yeah,
So how's he the best center back at Bayern?
because you know what, Thomas Tuchel's having a fun old time, man. Eric Dyer is the best center back at the team now,
Keep waffling,
right?
man.
Which honestly was not in my bingo card in all of 2024. When I just saw them spend 200 million on center backs in the last 3 years, I didn't think that Eric Dyer was going to be the marquee center back starting games in the Champions League. But with that being said, all due respect to Dyer, because you know what, he's been solid.
He's been the best center
He's
back.
been
so
keeping
far in
it
that team.
simple. He hasn't been doing too much. Playing the lateral pass, keeping it simple, and he hasn't made mistakes. And I think at this point, that's all it takes to be Bayern's best center back is just don't make stupid mistakes, and you'll be the best.
Honestly,
Because the other three have been making stupid mistakes all season. So as long as you don't do that, you're gonna start.
I feel like someone should bully him in the
Bully
locker
who?
room.
Bully who?
Dyer. He's a little bit of a teacher's pet,
No,
man.
he has Kane on his back. Kane is
Yeah.
his
What
buddy.
the heck's Kane gonna do?
He's not gonna,
dude.
no one's gonna talk to that because they're together,
Well,
they're
you're
buddy,
saying-
and then there's no one's gonna approach
dude.
him.
Bro,
No one, dude.
Kane's the
Upamecano,
top goal
Delict,
scorer?
and Kim
No
should
one,
just beat
dude.
him up.
Nah, no
Or
one.
you're
dude.
making it seem like Dyer's not having.
Bro,
amazing
Dyer is
season.
a teacher's pet. This guy only started for Tottenham because he could speak Portuguese with Mourinho.
Okay, but is he not performing at Bayern?
That's fair.
I don't care if he's performing. He's a
What do you
teacher's
mean?
pet. He deserves to. He's got to get beat up by Upamecano and
Every
the boys.
team has a teacher's pet.
Who else is a teacher's pet in football?
Who's Juve's teacher's pet?
The whole team.
They don't have one.
Because no one.
Gatti.
No one
Gatti's
likes a
teacher's
teacher.
pet.
That's why.
Gatti's a teacher's pet.
It's usually the kind of players that are on the fringe. They're not usually in the Gala 11. They're
Gatti.
doing everything they can to kind of make it in.
Yeah.
Maybe Sergio Roberto, kind of.
No, put
That-
some
that- he's
respect
not.
on
I feel
like
Sergio
Ferran
Roberto's
Torres.
name, man.
Yeah,
I feel like Ferran Torres.
Nah, you know who's low-key a
low-key.
teacher's pet for Barca, dude? Araujo. Because why is the guy starting games still, man?
Relax.
No, I
It's
think
Araujo,
I
bro.
think that that's
He's the
that
teacher's
teacher-
pet,
No, I think
bro.
that's the teacher's favorite. Or is that what a teacher's pet is?
That's what a teacher's pet is. That's
Oh, I thought
literally
like I
what it
thought
is.
teacher's pet was like.
No, teacher's
that
pet
sucks up to
yeah,
them.
Is the
Sucks up
that's
to
what I'm thinking.
But it's also usually their favorite because they're sucking up.
not always.
Not
but-
always.
Usually.
No,
It's
not
like-
always.
I mean, for Xavi, it's the Spanish players.
Yeah.
But
Usually.
yeah,
That's true.
he's got to get an ass beating.
Have you seen an Upamecano Dyer link up this season?
I'm sure it's happened at one point. Honestly, maybe it actually hasn't because Dyer came in Jan. And Upamecano, I don't think has started since
But that's like the ultimate
that might be the ultimate
build.
pairing, dude. That's the ultimate build. Maybe
Yeah, why
maybe-
not test it out
yeah,
second leg
may-
of a semifinal?
Yeah, that's probably the best time.
That's
And you
the
know what?
ultimate meme defense.
Why
right
not,
there.
dude? If you're Tuchel, he'd love just having fun. So I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if that comes out. But in all honesty, I think it'll be Delict. I think that it'll be Dyer. And I think that's enough to get it done. Right?
Is this a
or at least take it to
resurgence?
pen.
Is this a resurgence of Delict?
He's just been mid.
He's just been doing enough to get by.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Matt? Do you think that's enough to get Bayern through?
Nah.
And do you think Dyer should get beat up?
Dyer?
Yeah.
Stop.
Nah.
He ain't doing nothing wrong, bro.
Dude, you're asking a Spurs fan if he
Oh,
thinks
yeah.
Dyer
Oh,
should
God.
get beat up.
Okay, that's the question. Who's gonna win, and should Dyer get beat up? If we're gonna go down.
Well, Man, Champions League is Real Madrid's to lose, bro. And my narrative is that Madrid's going to the final and they're going to play someone else we're going to talk about later on. But I got Madrid going through, unfortunately. Hate
Damn.
to say it.
Did Matt say Madrid to win the whole thing in the beginning of the season?
Probably. That's probably the.
I think I
mo-
said Bayern, maybe.
That's
said
probably
Bayern,
the
he
most
said Bayern.
Matt thing
Wow,
to
this
say.
guy's not
dude.
sticking up to his pick, eh?
You didn't say the second part of your answer.
Like the
Dyer?
Dude, he's not answering. He said no.
Nah, man.
Enough with
Allow
that
him, bro.
nonsense
Allow him, bro.
bullying.
Allow
Yeah,
him.
dude. Allow Eric Dyer.
You're not
man.
bullying
We
him.
love everyone here.
Dude, Eric Dyer would be the best center back at Juve. Move on, Daniel.
That's
He
just
wouldn't.
that's crazy.
Remember?
That's facts.
No, it's
my,
definitely not.
my B team, Madrid, definitely gonna
He's on
do
loan.
one here.
And his C team he's wearing.
Hands
right
on
now.
loan because his team's doing.
And this is my D team.
You guys are on loan too, no? At Madrid or what? Matt is.
That's your Serie B team,
Matt's
bro.
been on loan to Madrid.
Me, never
He's
that.
on a lifelong loan.
Never
This guy.
that, bro. Never
To be
that.
honest, yeah, I'm getting a little.
He's on a lifelong loan. Dude.
Never that,
You're a
bro.
little sus right now, bro.
Nah, bro. I just keep it 1,000, bro.
They've already came back from his loan from Madrid.
Yeah. Dave came back when Ronaldo left. Matthews went on loan when Messi left. That's kind of the timeline that we're
But
working
Dave's a
with.
multiple loan player. Like
Yeah.
Sanchez was at Arsenal. Dave was
He's
on
on
loan.
loan.
Those are
Yeah,
play-
yeah.
Those are just players I like I to follow my watch. favorite
Yeah.
players.
Dave was on loan at Atletico for a little bit too.
A little bit. He was on for
Griezmann.
Griezmann. He was on loan at United when Ronaldo was there.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I've
that-
always liked Ronaldo.
that loan ended. So,
I've
yeah,
always been a Ronaldo fan.
Dave's been.
Dave's always a on loan type of player, never at
They
like a
say
main
that,
club.
yeah,
I've always been a Ronaldo fan.
And what team do you support?
I've always said that.
yeah.
What team do you support?
I've always said Ronaldo my favorite player.
Crazy.
So, what team are you supporting in this game?
I don't want Madrid to win, but Madrid's winning. I mean, I called last game's
Yeah.
2-2 draw. If you want to go back
So
to
did I.
Yeah.
Oh, you said draw. You said 1-1. I said 2-2.
I think it said
2-2.
1-1 or 2-2.
You said 1-1.
I said 2-2,
No, you
maybe
did
1-1.
not.
On bet?
I go back.
On bet, I said
Go back.
2-2, maybe 1-1.
Okay,
say 2-2.
you might have, but at the end of the day,
100%
dude,
did.
I don't
said
like
2-2.
how you're throwing out
I
like
s-
4 predictions and saying I got
Yeah,
it right.
you said draw.
Dude, you
1-1.
said-
Bro,
Oh,
I said 2-2
You said
first.
draw,
said-
maybe
first you said
0-0,
draw.
maybe 1-1, maybe
Exactly.
2-2.
Bro,
This guy gave like
you
4
said
predictions.
first
A
you said-
broken clock is right twice a day,
Yeah.
right?
First he said draw, and then he's like, oh, I can see 1-1. Oh, I can see 2-2.
No, I
I
said
went
two-
straight 2-2.
He gave like
I said
5
2-2
predictions.
first.
Putting out all
I
the
went straight
possibilities,
2-2.
bro.
It's like one of those Twitter accounts
Yeah.
that predicts all the games and deletes them all
Yeah.
after the game's done.
Exactly.
But whatever. This game was a game of like bad performances. Kingman J and the man like Bellingham. Who would have thought?
He got
First
subbed out.
leg.
Who would have
maybe.
thought?
And
that,
they
that
said the
this
man
guy-
was sick, bro.
He got
Yeah.
subbed out. He was
Yeah.
running with a chicken with his head cut off.
Yeah.
He was getting outclassed in that midfield. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, he
These
wasn't.
guys-
Both
these
teams
guys-
were shit.
These guys expect a 10 out of 10 every week from
Hey.
Bellingham. These guys like they're literally Madrid fans.
Yeah.
They
No.
want to see him play at his best, so they don't have to talk shit about him.
But this is what I'm saying. Both teams weren't good.
No, 100%. Both teams were bad.
So what do you expect from him?
I was surprised that Bellingham got subbed off. Were you guys not
Both
surprised?
teams were
But
bad.
you want your best player to show up when you're not
he
doing
wasn't
good.
playing good.
You
But
don't
so
take
wasn't
off-
the rest
So
of the
what?
team.
You take off Ronaldo if he's not playing good?
He wanted to try something
You take off
different.
Messi
so
if
he
he's not
brought
playing
Brahim.
good?
But he's a midfielder though.
Okay, so what?
Midfielder.
He scores goals. He scores 90-minute goals for
Okay,
you.
but you're not understanding. They switched.
No, there's no excuse.
Yes,
I don't know how
they
this is an
swapped their
excuse. in
they
your
swapped their
idea.
formation a little bit to a 4-3-3.
Okay, play him
bringing
up top
Brahim in.
then.
Tactical.
I see
Chris.
what Dave's saying because Bellingham set a high standard for himself by
Yeah.
scoring so many goals.
In late minutes.
And then
Yeah.
he just can't have a bad game then.
He had a bad game. we all admit that he had a bad
if,
game.
If you're comparing him to
Everybody
some other
has
guys,
those
world-class
days.
players,
no, because
Everybody
like,
makes mistakes.
no, because it's like how
Okay, Hannah.
do we evaluate Bellingham now? Because
you can't. Yeah,
because
exactly.
he was at such a goal scoring hot streak.
Okay.
And
He
so like
scored
if,
2 weeks.
if he's on a goal scoring like a bit of a drought or he's not in such hot form,
Mm-hmm.
so how do we like evaluate that?
Do we start evaluating to a normal midfielder? No,
He
he's
is a
at a
midfi-
different
he is a-
standard though.
he is a
But he's at a
midfielder.
different standard now.
Why?
You can't
Because
compare him to someone else now.
Yes, you can.
Oh, you can. His
he's
value's
a-
gone up, so
he's
you
a-
have to start.
He's a
putting his value
midfielder.
up.
Just because he scores goals doesn't mean you only look at goals for a midfielder.
Yeah.
So you weren't surprised that he came off.
No, I'm not. Dude,
That's the
dude,
craziest thing
how
I've
old
ever
is Jude
heard.
Bellingham?
I don't care how old he is.
How old is he? Tell
He
me.
is
So
20
what?
years old,
Tell me how old
brother.
is he?
So what?
Dude, he's 20
carrying
years
this
old.
team.
He can't have his first bad game of the season for Madrid.
He's been playing
His
every other
first
game.
bad game for Madrid
been
at
playing
20
every
years
Oh, by the way,
old
he scored
is
this
now.
weekend against Cadiz. So
Everything's fine.
Okay,
He had
so
one
then what
bad
was wrong
game.
with him?
He had a bad game.
game.
People have bad games.
He
Messi
had a
had
bad
bad
game.
games before.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's
and
20
I'd rather
years
him
old.
stay on the field.
He also scored against Barcelona.
And I'd rather him stay on the
3-2.
field.
Dude, he's 20 years old. At the end of the day, Ancelotti said, you know what, Jude, you're not having the best game. Let's get you off. Let's try something different. That's why he brought on Diaz. It would have been different if it was like a like-for-like swap.
Yeah.
Right? If you bring in someone else, like another box-to-box player. Clearly, he wanted something different. Clearly, he was looking for someone who could maybe, make that incisive pass. Maybe someone who can hold on to the ball a little bit more. He brought on Diaz, right? And I
Does
think,
that better than Bellingham?
dude,
Hold
in
on
this,
to the ball at dribbling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude, he
Raheem,
does.
yes.
Dude,
doesn't
Raheem
watch
Diaz,
football.
Raheem Diaz is a very, very talented player. But at the end of the day, one thing that I can assure you is he's not having another bad game, right?
Oh no, I know the Black Magic's gonna come back,
Yeah.
and he's gonna score 90th goal.
Yeah, the Black
Madrid's
Magic's
going
been
through.
happening all season. And
Madrid's
then
going
the
through
one game-
100%.
Yeah,
What if I told you that his performances, what it shows here on FootMob, that his performances for the Man City games, both legs, were worse than the performance he had against Bayern?
Probably was because we were saying it before. He's had that bad performance,
he
but you guys were
No.
He
going
did
off
have
on
bad
it.
Well, no, I think at the end of the day, those you have to take those with a grain of salt
Okay,
sometimes.
now we have to take it with
You
a grain of
do.
salt. Now
You
we have
do.
to take it with a grain.
You do.
You just can't have a bad game.
No, you do have to take those with a grain of salt because what do those things, what do those statistics come from?
The game.
How many passes you completed? How many dribbles you completed? When you're playing against Man City, they were defending the whole game. He wasn't completing 40, 50 passes a game. He wasn't taking
You
on.
guys were saying like he
dribbles.
was controlling the whole game. You said last time.
No one said that.
I swear you guys were going off on.
No
his.
one said
He
how
said
that
that
he
he
could.
was doing the stuff that wasn't
Yeah.
visible.
No one said that he controlled the whole game because at the end of the day, a player that's on a team that had like 20% possession is not controlling the whole game.
Who had the most possession against Bayern Madrid?
Probably Bayern.
Bayern did.
Bayern. did.
Madrid were just counterattacking, and that was their plan. And at the end of the day, that's probably not a situation that favors Jude Bellingham well, because at the end of the day, this game, what were they doing? They were skipping the midfield.
Yeah.
They were skipping the midfield. They were playing long balls over the top every
They've
single
been
time.
playing counterattack football for a while.
But there's a difference between counterattacking football and skipping the midfield. Tony Cruz had the ball. He pinged it long over Kim Min-jae's head pretty much every single time.
Yeah.
When you find out there's an issue, I would do the same thing the whole time.
And
So then what's the issue?
argument here?
My argument was why is Bellingham coming off?
Because they want to play
the best guy in the
control
world.
the midfield a little bit more with the ball to his feet, which is
Because Tony Cruz was pinging balls all game. Why do you think Tony Cruz didn't come off until later in the game?
And Brahim helps more with the pacey counterattack.
Yeah. You need someone quicker. But either way, we got a clean Madrid sweep so far.
Black magic, brother.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I find the discourse with Bellingham kind of interesting because it's like he scores all these goals. He's such a dynamic beast of a player, like almost false nine kind of in a way. And it's like when he doesn't score goals, like he's like the discourse is he's just a midfielder, guys. Like what do you expect?
Exactly.
Like you can't have it both ways.
No,
do
you
you
can.
what if we have it the way where he's a midfielder and he scores goals?
But that's not the
then you-
discourse when he is scoring all these goals.
No, but you guys are looking at him as some type of striker, false nine, attacking player just because he's scoring goals. Just because Pedri can't score goals, and that's what you guys are used to in your team, doesn't mean that you have to
why
look
would
at
go?
Bellingham.
Why would
I didn't
they
say
go
anything
against
about
Barcelona?
Pedri. Yeah,
Because I'm
What
saying,
the
if you're
hell?
looking
What the hell?
at Barcelona players in your midfield, who's scoring goals?
No one.
Exactly. So you're not used to midfielders that score goals. So obviously, now that you see a midfielder scoring a goal, you assume he's a striker.
No, because like with Bellingham's hot start to the season,
Yeah.
hot start, like he's emerged himself as a goal scoring midfield with his
Okay.
how he's playing.
Yeah.
A guy like Frank Lampard,
Yeah.
guaranteed 20 goals a season.
Okay.
I want to see Bellingham 20 goals a season.
It's his first season.
No, but I want to see him score 20 goals a season.
almost
from now
there.
on.
Okay, so we can have this conversation a year from now
Yeah.
and see what happens.
Yeah.
But because he didn't score in one game against Bayern, all of a sudden now he's not a 20-goal scoring player anymore because he didn't score in one
no,
game. He got subbed off for the first time.
I don't
this
think he's
season.
saying that.
No, I'm just bringing up the discourse I see. I'm just
Yeah.
talking about what I see.
He
So-
scored 22 goals for Madrid already this season.
Yeah. I'm just bringing
Yeah.
up the discourse I see.
We'll parking lot this and we'll come back to this next year.
When what? What are
We're
you looking for?
gonna see 2025. We're gonna see if he was able to score 20 goals again.
Maybe not,
because-
because then you have a player like Mbappe coming in who's literally a striker and
Yeah.
you take those goals from him.
Yeah,
Should
and then
be
maybe
Doesn't
20
matter. Doesn't
and-
matter.
But it doesn't matter.
And then maybe Bellingham's
Lampard
a
was
flop.
playing with prime Drogba his
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
career.
Yeah, but then you're
Yeah.
talking about like football then and football now. How are you
Yeah.
comparing the
Let
sport?
them both eat.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They
They
can
can
both
both
eat.
eat.
5 goals a game.
They can both eat.
Madrid 5 goals a game.
No, I'm literally saying the discourse that I see. When Bellingham doesn't score, all I hear is he's just a midfielder. That's the exact kind of words I hear.
No.
He's just a midfielder.
Because you guys, whenever he has a bad game, you guys come and say he had a bad game because he didn't score. That's what you guys always say. You guys never say he had a bad game because he took on this many players, he completed this many passes, he controlled the game, he won this many tackles. You guys come and say Bellingham didn't score.
Well, that also becomes from because you guys always say when he scores, "Oh, this guy's scoring all the goals. Look what he's doing."
I think
So then it works both ways.
half
You
the
can't-
ti- half-
yeah, you guys say that too.
No.
half the
Every time
time
he scores a goal, you guys go, "Oh, look at him! He's scoring all these goals. Wow,
Yeah.
he's the top goal scorer."
Because he's
and then when he
scoring
doesn't
goals-
score, he's just a midfielder.
Half the time the
No.
Bellingham agenda is brought up is because
No.
of you guys. Anyways, we don't bring up.
We
Bellingham.
pretty
You
much
guys bring it up because you soak it.
We don't
us
bring it
Barcelona
up.
fans.
We don't bring it up.
We went to the York United game. You guys, oh, did you guys see that game today? Bellingham sucked in the Man City game. He played, and
It works
Who
both
was-
ways.
who-
Isn't that
I
right?
went back against my word.
yeah, he went back. Yeah, me and Dan, I think it was. Or
Yeah,
maybe
you guys.
James.
Yeah,
We
James
said,
too. Did
"Go
you guys not watch the game?
Go watch the game again and watch what he did. Matt actually
Matthews
went
went
back and said, "My bad." He actually had a good game.
He's a Madrid fan.
No, he's just real. He's just real. He's just real. You guys don't pay attention to what he actually does.
Yeah, and
you
then
guys only pay attention to his
They pay attention to his goals.
guys go
when
to,
when he's gonna subbed off, if he's assisting a game.
Yeah, you
Besides
got-
that, they don't watch the football.
You guys go to your app and look at the score. If he didn't get on the score sheet, oh, bad game.
I don't have any apps.
Go on Twitter and you look at you see the score. Oh, bad game.
Hey, it's not him only saying this.
Yeah, it's you.
It's not me either. He's
Probably
seeing.
worse.
He said he's seeing in Discord,
And probably another-
That's the Discord.
Half the
This
bar-
is horrible.
That Discord.
He
Sorry.
literally never, yeah, the discourse amongst us.
Yeah.
No, I'm
he
not on
sees it on Twitter.
Dude, you can't
He's
take
making it seem like it's only me.
dude, you can't, dude, you can't take Twitter seriously.
What do you think?
Then
Sarah?
what do you
Why
take
can't we take
serious?
each other
Yeah,
serious?
our
but
debates,
we're having an argument within 6 guys who
and we
are.
can't bring what people are saying to this.
No, but
because
clearly
more
within the
than
6 of
likely,
us,
yeah.
if we're gonna take our own little pool of knowledge here
Yeah.
and our like, visuals of the game,
Uh-huh.
4 of us are clearly saying, or 3 of us are clearly saying one
Matt-
So
thing.
then what's that? 3-3. That's 50-50.
No, I
No,
think
Matt-
4.
Matt
Matt's
agreed.
on Matt's on Bellingham.
Matthews is team Jude, low key.
Are you Team Jude, man?
No, he's not.
Matt's in the middle.
he's
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
He's
so
not- he's
Matt's
not
not
saying
saying no either.
He shaked his head.
He's not saying no either.
He's
He said
not.
no.
He's not saying
If I
no
speak, I'm
either.
in big
He's
trouble,
an eye
bro.
test wizard. He's
He
If I
said
speak, I'm
yes.
in big
I said
trouble,
yes.
bro.
But speaking of saying yes, I am also saying yes. Madrid are going to win this game, and Madrid are going to go through. Man, it's written in the stars. You know, the script is already there. You know, for the Champions League, right? The script is written. Bellingham coming home against his former club and playing them in the finals, right? So I think that's what the script is. So I got Madrid going through. I don't know. Like last game, you know, Bayern they had their chances, but Madrid were able to still scrape out playing that poor. I think they're definitely going to come in for a big performance in this one. So I got them going through. Extra time. No penalties, but extra time. Yeah, extra time.
So
Yeah.
moving on to the next game then.
Yeah. Next game,
Paris.
Paris versus Dortmund
Borussia.
is the second game. Obviously 1-0 first leg. Slight advantage for Dortmund going into this one. Let's be real. Not much of an advantage. Paris, tough place to play. Mbappe, there's no way he's going to have another bad game. Back-to-back bad games.
never
Doesn't
know,
happen
bro.
very often
Never
for
know.
Mbappe. But yeah, what do you guys think is going to happen in this one? Obviously, I know the last time we were here, you guys were all wrong. So I don't even know if I should ask you guys, but I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, hoping that you guys watch that game and maybe your opinions have changed.
Honestly, one thing I want to see from Paris is do not play Kolo Muani 1 minute. That guy sucks.
Kulo
Why?
Muani, bro.
I don't think he made one pass. Like he tried to pass, but they just didn't like.
They just
come
shouldn't
off.
have put him on the wing.
He came on. No.
Sucks. Barcola is good, but like he was kind of
Tired.
he didn't really do much. But if they go with that 3 again, Dembele.
Dembele did nothing either.
Yeah, I know, but that's their best
Just
3.
showed up against
Dembele,
Barca.
Mbappe.
Yeah, that's all people do.
Of course he does. Bro.
Barcola.
Everyone shows up against Barca.
Waste, man.
Well, that's the team he
That's how
hates.
it is.
He had chances in this one.
Yeah, he just couldn't
Yeah.
finish. He had like an open net at one point.
He
skied
hit.
it.
He skied it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But then
Barca, he would have
against
banged that in.
Barcelona, he's just greenlighting everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's good.
It's not good.
Who do I have here? Yeah, I got Paris.
Yeah.
Paris. I want to say 2-1. I think this is going to go to extra time too, man.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go. Another draw.
No,
It's gonna be 2-1, 2-2, or 3-2, or 4-2.
it's gonna finish 3-1 overall.
3-1 overall. Penalties or extra time?
Either or. It's just gonna be 3-1 overall.
All right.
The odds
Okay.
of that.
Yeah.
Extra times are rare.
Not in these semifinals, man. It's been a good Champions League so far, so I expect it.
It's been quite good. Yeah, I got PSG, man.
Yeah.
Mbappe final versus Madrid.
Yeah. Right in the
Do I
start.
want it to happen? No. Do I want Dortmund to go through? Yes. I want an all-German final, but the cards won't shuffle that way, in my opinion.
Yeah, the thing with Dortmund is like they have to have another game like they had in the first leg. Like everyone has to be focused, everyone has to be confident, Because if they are, then they'll give PSG trouble. But my narrative is that PSG and Madrid in the final, PSG lose, and then Mbappe joins forces with Vini, just like KD. So that's my correlation there.
Kitty and stuff.
Yeah.
I want to say draw. Dortmund go through.
Draw.
That's all
Eh?
it takes.
No Niller, or are we seeing some goals?
1-1.
I think there'll be goals, yeah.
You think it'll be more of the goals? A lot more?
I don't know about a lot more, but like PSG, they have to go for it.
Oh, for sure.
They have to
But I
go
feel
for
like
it.
Like a scrum over.
I feel like Sancho, Fulkrug, Adeyemi.
Fulkrug also has to have another game like that. so-
He's gonna, I
Sancho
feel like
has
he's
to
gonna
have another
perform. I
game.
feel he's gonna. Like,
Yeah, but my. Go ahead. Sorry.
I feel like they're gonna have a good game this week. Tomorrow. Sorry, against PSG. I feel like PSG are gonna get caught again defensively. It's gonna be so weak.
What else do you feel like?
So weak. That's it.
Yeah.
My thing is, I'm scared that Dortmund's gonna start defending a bit more, like instead of attacking, instead of
Yeah,
trying to go
yeah.
for the game.
That's literally what I'm worried about too.
That's my only thing I'm worried
Yeah.
about, and
Yeah.
that's gonna be horrible for them.
Yeah.
I don't think
PSG's
so.
gonna, at the end of the day, PSG, if they keep on attacking, they're gonna get one.
I
Yeah.
don't think
They're
so.
bound to get one.
I think the way Dortmund played last game, where they were literally attacking down the wings, and like even Hakimi
That's
was
where I-
having trouble against
Dude, Adeyemi
the left
bodied him
side,
the whole game.
and even the
Yeah.
right side. Who was on the right side against?
Rierson was pocketing
was-
Barcola the whole game.
Even
Yeah.
though you're winger on the right,
Sancho.
Sancho was freaking making the thing like
Yeah.
Nunez isn't.
Oh yeah, Nuno Men's had a
Bro,
Yeah, he was
bro, even the
sliding.
commentators were slating him, bro.
Yeah.
That's how
the guy's
bad
like,
it
this
was.
guy's gonna be
Game.
dreaming up thing this
Bro.
tonight.
He
Sancho
was
Yeah.
slipping
tonight.
all over the place.
He got cooked, bro.
On the left side, it looked like Adeyemi was the left back, bro. This guy was defending more than anyone. Like he
Yeah.
was running back.
Well, dude, that was his assignment. He said literally don't let Hakimi overlap. And literally
every time he would just
every
get in front
time
of him.
he pocketed him, the one time he didn't was that when they had that
Yeah.
Dembele chance and Dembele almost scored. It was the one time where he didn't follow Hakimi and then he got subbed out right
It
after
was-
that
but it
because
was
you can tell he was
it
tired.
was
tired,
If
yeah.
he
Yeah.
was smart though with it, it's not like
Yeah.
he was just body. He was waiting for that bad touch and then he got in front of him.
Yeah, he's
and he would
quicker.
just control the ball.
He's
Like,
quicker
he
than
wouldn't,
Hakimi.
like,
Yeah.
use his strength because he knows. I don't think he could beat Hakimi. Like a one-on-one battle with
He
strength.
did. He bodied him like 4 or 5 times, dude. He's
I
stronger
guess.
than Hakimi.
But
dude.
he was smart. Like he will get in front of him first
got the
before the
fufu.
ball. That was a good game for him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared of. If they don't
Yeah.
attack like they did the first game, I think PSG wins it.
Yeah, Dortmund have it throughout the whole pitch. Just the way they set up last game, defensively, attacking. Like, dude, even Hernandez, the way he got injured and had to he tore his ACL from that injury, that
that was
tackle.
tough. Yeah.
Tough, but like man, like the defensively, there was just that one moment where Marquinhos made that crazy tackle
Yeah.
to stop that one
Yeah.
goal. I think
Yeah.
that was gonna be another goal, if anything.
Yeah.
But like, there's moments like that where PSG can step up and make those opportunities, but
Yeah.
they're rare. You rarely
Yeah.
see them stepping up like that.
I think it's Dortmund's game to lose or win. It's all. I think it all comes to that.
Pick one, man.
No, like
Or tie.
no, like it's all gonna come down to Dortmund. If
Yeah,
they, if
for
they
sure.
It's their
attack
game
or if
to
they
lose.
defend.
Depends on them.
How's
Yeah,
it?
it
It's their
depends on
game
them.
to lose.
Depends on
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
'Cause we know we're gonna get from PSG.
Yeah, they're gonna attack, right? They have to. They have no choice. They can't sit back. They have to score, right? At least one, right? So they know they're gonna be going for it. I think the biggest thing is if PSG score first, that totally flips the game on its head,
Yeah.
right? If Dortmund manage to get a goal first and don't concede early, I think that really puts a lot more pressure on PSG where they have to commit more numbers forward. And I think that's what Dortmund wants. I'm just hoping that the coach has learned his lesson from the first game against PSG. The first game in the group stage against PSG, they went defensive. They went 3 at the back, parked it, and tried to counterattack. They looked horrible. Second game, they attacked them, and they were the better team. And then the third game, attacked them for the most part, and they were the better team. So I'm hoping he has learned from that. Obviously, you're going away to PSG. It's always going to be tough. But you guys already know my prediction. See you guys there at Wembley,
Ooh,
right?
yeah, I'll be there with you, James.
We'll be there.
I'll,
We'll be-
I'll wait
we'll
for
be
you.
having
I'll
a
wait
good
for you
time.
outside.
Yeah, we'll be having a good time at Wembley. We'll be at Greg's getting a little sausage roll.
Saucy roll.
A little pregame at Greg's.
Cheeky
Sausage
Nando's
roll.
or what?
Cheeky Nando's. We'll see you guys there.
Give me that soccer sauce. Hey,
Hey,
yo.
That's Saka Nando's.
Oh yeah, one last thing.
Oh.
Matthews, congratulations for winning La Liga 23-2024 title. Real Madrid.
Campeones.
After the terrible loss against Girona, which secured their first Champions League appearance.
still got
Hey,
Champions
good for
League.
Girona, bro.
Yeah.
Good for them.
And-
Don't sleep on Spanish teams now, eh?
Yeah.
And congratulations to Madrid and Manchester United, you know, finishing 9th place so far in the table. You know.
Damn, this is the first time I heard Matthews
He
clap back
clapped
on that.
He
Eh?
clapped back. He
Jeez.
clapped back.
And
It's facts.
I heard.
It's
I heard Vitor. I heard.
you ain't laughing over
I
there.
heard.
I know you ain't laughing, bro.
Put it on this
I know
guy's
you ain't
face.
laughing,
What
bro.
a loser.
Why can't they be laughing?
You've
Top
never
four?
breathed.
What?
You never breathed the
Sourdough bread.
You
Oh,
don't know the
stop,
smell of
stop.
European football. So I don't know why you're talking.
I never. What?
You don't know the smell of European football.
I don't.
That's what he said.
Don't. Yes.
How many times have Juve lost in a CL final?
How many times did
I
you guys
got
get
1,
eliminated
2,
from
3, 4,
Europe
5,
last year?
6, 7 losses, bro.
How many times did
7,
you guys get
bro.
eliminated last year?
Huh?
How many times did you guys get eliminated from Europe last year?
Yeah, 1,
How
2
ma-
times.
How many times?
Twice.
Yeah, 1, 2
Hey
times.
man, hey, you know what? Being eliminated from Europe twice is better than
not
being
being-
eliminated once, right?
Yeah.
You had 2 chances, you lost both, but hey, at least you were
No,
there,
it's not better.
right? At least you were there, man.
there.
I'd rather be there than not
At
there,
least we showed up.
right? And that's how we're gonna end it off, man. Thank you all for being here. It's better that you guys were
Wait, I
here.
just realized
than
who's not going to be
here.
there next season.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Glory, glory,
Man United.
As the Reds go
You're gonna go and get knocked out in the first round like always. Like what's the difference?
Uh-oh.
First round of what?
Never mind. We're not leaving.
We're not leaving yet. Jokes. Yes, we are. Thanks again for tuning in to everyone. Thank you for being here. Audio listeners, thank you for being here. Leave your comments below on who you think is going to win the Champions League this year. And will Barcelona win the Champions League next year? That's what I want you guys to put in the comments down below.
No
Mbappe's
chance.
coming.
Will Vitor Roque be the top scorer in La
You
Liga
guys
next
going on
season?
loan, man. Did you hear that?
Tell me.
Xavi
No
hates that
loan.
guy, bro.
No, he's leaving Barca. Actually, leaving Barca.
Yeah.
No loans. No
Xavi
loans.
hates that guy, bro.
There you go, man. Rip Vitor Roque. It was
Free my boy,
it was
bro.
a very good spell at Barcelona.
One cap.
One
Free my
cap,
boy.
These guys are
shorter than
hyping him up
Maradona.
so much.
Maybe 6.
Maybe 6. Did he score? A couple yellow
I
cards.
think it's 2.
2 goals. That's not bad. But hey, we'll see you guys next week.
End it off.
Love you guys.
Ciao. Give me the culture.
Take care.
See you guys.
You know who we are.
It's a lot of English.